Okay, so today I'm going to do yet another mobile stream, and this has been kind of a fun little thing. There's just something about it that's sort of convenient and just, just different, maybe as a novelty. But um, yeah, we've been doing that unboxing series. So like I unboxed the camera that I was using to then unbox everything else, which included the Rode mic, which technically wasn't an unboxing because I already had been using it. And so we're using the Rode mic now attached to the iPhone that we also unboxed. So like at least we're getting good usage out of these things that we've unboxed, even if it seems like a gimmick. So I was thinking either I could do like a session-based thing where like every session I go until I lose in each of these, but I might do it just as an overall thing. So like last time we did PvZ Heroes until I lost the game, and then we were doing Clash Royale and I didn't lose, so I could continue that till I lose. Then I'll do the guns up, and then I'll look at some of these other things as well. Some of them are just apps, some of them are games. There's a lot of, again, mobile exclusive games or iPhone exclusive games that would be things that are worth looking at because I've never obviously done any of this before. Right, so most of this is going to be a first playthrough type experience. Let's just look at this briefly, where, this is like just screen time to show like what have we done so far. So um, the 24th, we didn't do anything. 25, 26. I don't know if this is entirely accurate. I feel like I was using it at least a little bit some of these days, but um, 28 App Store for 2 hours. Wait, but how can that be? Wait, that can't even be accurate. I was on the App Store for 2 hours. I was on Messages for 2 hours. Wallet for 2 hours. How? That's odd. Um, how could I have been 2 hours on any of these? Doesn't seem right. Um, okay. And then 1 hour 37 minutes. What? Yeah, this just seems bugged out. Like, oh, I get it. They're like all open at the same time. It doesn't like you how you go like whatever like that, right? So even though you have it open, but you're not really actively using it, so that's a little bit different. Yesterday we maybe kept it a little cleaner. So PvZ Heroes and Clash Royale 27 minutes. So yeah, everything should work with this. I've been testing between a couple different things, like using Wi-Fi one session versus using the mobile data, and somehow the mobile data almost seemed to work better, and it was a little clearer. We've done some of these in 720p, we've done some of these in 1080p. Some of it, there's an audio issue, whether it be with the mic itself. We've tried with the phone mic, we've tried with now the Rode mic. Then we've tried with the fact that PvZ Heroes has no audio. But that's just an issue with the game itself. So let's continue this Clash Royale. So we'll go until I lose the game, which of course is never going to happen, and I didn't lose last time. We'll just kind of keep going through. I mostly just want variety here of stuff. And again, this is something I've played briefly, and I even have the ongoing series going on PC of this right now. But whatever, like, or, there's all kind of chess games that I can play on here, or even just do the apps, like, do a chess account, do a chess.com account, even though that feels like cheating my whole format, but whatever. Maybe there'll be some other excuse or something I can do with that. And so one of the things I could do is, the fact that, oh yeah, I was saying like, unless I lose the game, I'm not going to change the deck either. Like if any new cards I grab, I'm not going to add or change them. Right, it's got to stay the same because if I'm on a win streak, I'll just keep riding it until it loses. And now we're finally playing this game in this natural habitat where we're actually on mobile. Of course, we're going to overload the one side. The giant is going to be really useful because why do people first of all play so slow at the beginning, but they don't do anything. Like they do one thing at a time. Or, like we've already won. It's almost easy at this stage to bum rush them, overload them. I don't like either of these units, though, the Musketeer or the Knight. They're a little bit tanky, but they're not that good, really. Or they're not like distinct or defined enough to be good. I'm just gonna let them get taken by that. Yeah, the Pekka is actually very tanky in addition. So, oh, that was the wrong, that was the worst kind of thing to do that I always make fun of that too. Oh wow, he actually has a fighting chance now. That combo is always deadly. The Pekka and the Giant together, or again the Pekka and the variant. Oh wow. I like how the Giant was basically body blocking that. Maybe I got a little bit too overconfident, but I don't know what's happening. We don't have to do anything, we just went on the raw health value, but that'll take forever to actually do. Yeah, look at what the Pekka is going to do in the meantime. Get another hit off, maybe not. Yeah, I wonder how this looks at a higher level too. It'll probably start to get stupid because the level of these things is getting so high. There's a certain beautiful simplicity to it at this stage that, you know, I don't know. You know, what's the strategy? Should you go after the same one or should you go for the other one? The main phase, because now he's going to start to do something to you. Right, he's going to try to attack this side, but he also has to attack this base at the time. That seemed to handle pretty well, though, against the Knight. Yeah, sometimes the Giant is just a dead play that just gets killed and stalls a bit of time. And if you do it at exactly the right time when you're in like a very dominant position, where it may not be worth it, but that was bad on my part because I assumed they were going to the base and not now. Weird ways he actually has going here. With the Pekka, like it could go 100 to 0 here actually. 100 small, I can just almost like fireballing it, but when you get greedy and try to do that though, it doesn't work. Look at how much the fireballing actually does. Oh wow. Imagine, yeah. But now I can just use some other shit here. Like this again is I underestimate how much it like. It doesn't do much, but it does more than 4. Like, or that's a rule I even said they should they should do it where the final hit to kill a tower can't be a spell. I feel like that should be a fair rule, right? Just the final hit. So if it has 1 HP left or whatever's going to kill it, you should be able to do that with a spell. You should have to do that with a unit. You can get it to from 100 to 0, 100 to 1 HP, right, with that, but you can't do the final blow. And then you would still have to get something in there, but maybe not. If you want to do like a spell-only type deck, that should be a legitimate spell play. The way that I, did that structure-only deck was pretty good. So, how did that even get through? I guess these towers are just easier to deal with because they're lower level and they have less health. And, against some of the 2100 health that I was doing on my other. So, the Knight actually holds up pretty well against that, though. I mean, compared to most things, it just gets destroyed. He gets to half in like 1 second. Should I go for the other side or should I keep going for this side? You learn sort of bad habits at this stage where you learn bad habits like where you don't save the elixir and try to do like a big thing altogether. There's a temptation to just kind of use it whenever it's up. Putting them in the middle like that is like stupid though because you're not going to Um, you're gonna get hit by both of the towers basically at this point. Now that's even a bad play because you're just going to, you know, you gotta do it with something or already have something out there. That's even a waste because he's just gonna get wrecked. How is he doing the same thing over and over that many times? That was very efficient. Using their own medicine. And we don't have to take out the main tower, but what? Just get absolutely slayed in 1 second. You know, that was comical, just getting one shot like this round. Too much of this for them. He really likes the swarm type hit. Right now, that giant is going to have 0 impact if you wait. Wow, what just happened? Maybe these swarm ones are better than I can cut it for, but they get punished by AoE. You gotta sometimes do a multi-prong attack on both sides, which I often don't do. There's tunnel vision on one side. Again, I don't even need to really destroy it. It's why I like it, but right, we still win because we just lose one of the towers, or even if not that, we would win because his health is overall lower. Some variety here, but I guess I won't do it unless I lose. I mean, not that I'm going to try to lose on purpose or something. The skeleton is not something I'm even going to use, but it's alright. Do that. Again, we'll stay with the same thing until we lose, so. Yeah, maybe that musketeer is not a very sensible thing to do there. Yes, he's going to tank, but it's going to waste time. You should get through that. You will get through it. Or almost. It's almost worth it. Just for that alone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't even see that neck of that. Wow. This is almost unfair, but I guess he had a little bit more out there than... Oh, he's really going to start doing the little arrow, dinky arrow in there. Alright, so it would be cute if we got that through, but I think it's very unlikely, but he's just fireballing like a clown, like, as if it's really going to come down to that, or it's really going to matter, because even there, we already did more. Look at how much he does, look at that, man. The P.E.K.K.A. is just nasty, man. Almost as triggering to people as the Meta Knight. And he kind of looks like Meta Knight, too. On the Brawl, like, oh, you're just busted overpowered thing. You should always try to get the Triple Crown thing, but in principle, you often can't do it. Right, you just, as you get to a higher level too, it's going to be a problem because you're never really going to be able to do it. Maybe it's a bad habit to keep upgrading stuff, like maybe you should save this for something later. Like if you're doing stuff you're not even using. But I always feel like I have excess gold and nothing really to do with it. Always to unlock magic items. Oh, these are really those temporary things that I never even use. Or the little, yeah, I've never even used one of those, even though I have so many saved up on my other collection. So it's a situation where, I thought we had something else to get here, let me see. Bad starting hand that you almost want to re-roll, but if he's going to tank for that, that'd be fine. And again, I don't care too much about the giant in that situation. Actually, will actually get through. He will actually get through. He's still going. Look at that. He's still going. Look at this. He'll just one-shot your whole existence. How is this level so easy? I mean, you're just going with like your starting collection. It's not like you're doing anything crazy. continuing to put pressure, there may even be a mistake, but maybe not, because, well, so once you get so low, you can just start to do spells, too. I haven't been much of a spell user. You only have the two that I have on either of these questions, but time to safeguard your game, connect to an ID, never lose your progress. It never asked me to do that in the other one. That's somewhat of a mistake, because again, he's going to be target maybe, but situation where you... Okay, he's got a lot of storm stitches going out there. And again, we didn't get the proper combo, but we're still getting to that a little bit. I think that's a nice only strength, though. He's just very sneaky. The regular knight, not the mega knight. He might just take you out right there and can't do anything about it. Even though everything is drawn towards attacking structure first, if you summon one, it doesn't, if you're that kind of onto it already, you don't always switch. Get the down for each stick. Fine, again, I'm not going to add anything for now. I guess I don't have to go until I lose, because I might just never lose this thing. Alright, now this is the dream come true. It allows you to tank with the giants or the P.E.K.K.A, so no matter what he does here, that's a very deadly lethal combination. And he did use the fireball though, and in fact that worked out pretty well. I can't really beat the shot. It's very hard to stop him from getting through, and at least he can do a lot of damage. Those things are kind of fodder to power. Again, we're going to sort of tunnel vision and stay on the same one. Yeah, I've been doing kind of this formats lately with respect to either the mobile thing, but also the unboxing. And it seemed kind of pointless to do like this because this is not only on PC and I have my other series, but there's going to be a lot of things out here that you can't do that with, that are exclusive, and to the extent of even emulation, I don't think you can really emulate the iPhone very well. Not the way the Android seems to be much easier to do. This actually isn't going anywhere. This is just, oh shit. Damn. Oh, he's actually up on that, wow. Maybe it's my mistake for tunnel visioning so hard in that direction, but he's not actually letting me through at all. But this is like the bad feedback of I don't know what I was gonna say. This guy's actually taking quite a bit of a fight here. Why does it feel like they keep doing this three goblins twice together? Is there some way to do that? You can have the same card in the deck? You can just practically one-shot this thing here. Too little to... Oh, fuck off. Oh shit, he did the ultimate combo, but he did it. Like, if he did that with like a fireball, arrow, shit combo anytime, I'm gonna try to do the same, but again, I can easily do that regardless. And, I don't feel like even summoning the giant here is gonna work, because he's gonna have too many things to get this way. We could almost have taken that out with the spell, so he kind of flagged off. And this almost feels too easy. And of course I did get to like over 1,000 ratings, so at that point I launched you guys. Maybe that's enough, I don't have to like, you know, like what did I do after that last time? the fact that of course, I like the structures if nothing else. That sort of summon stuff. Yeah, like, okay, so even though I didn't lose, should I still move on to the next one, or I was kind of trying to do it in order like that, but it's a little bit too, it's a little bit too much when I'm just not losing. Yeah, hopefully this captures pretty well. I can't actually tell entirely. What's something else I can do that's not really game-based? I guess an obligation, I should just keep doing it. Or I should have some goal that I get to. Like if I get to 500 or something, I can take a break and do something else. What a problem to have, the fact that I just can't lose. Right, that I'm just too good to lose, so it's fucking whatever. If I just keep overloading that sign, keep overloading it. Look at this, the ultimate nightmare combo. It's already over, I mean, there's nothing, Look at this, dude. Yeah, like, what is he waiting for? What is he doing with all of this? It's not like I'm doing anything crazy, I'm just literally, just summoning when you summon. Anybody can do it. Obviously, that combo is a bit much. Maybe I'll get to 500 if that's enough, because I don't know. I don't mind doing this longer, but I don't feel like I'm forced to do it just because I'm never going to lose. It's done all that, but it's not really worth it because you shouldn't do too much for this mecha because he is meant more for AoE type purposes. I have a level 3 power and he has level 4. Although it's weird, I have a level 4 base and level 3 power. That means I could probably upgrade one of them, or I haven't gotten through mine much at all, but now it's hard to. Again, the giant is so tanky that it ends up being like that, where you sometimes just can't stop it. But you'll summon something to try to react, but you'll still get some damage in. And of course he doesn't fight back, so he just ignores everything and just goes straight for crushers, which is both strength and a weakness in a way. Not really that impressive, actually. Yeah, see, that's going to take an hour for them to actually deal with the giant. If you put something right behind, then it actually tanks out of that. It doesn't do actually all that much. These get through that. See if the giant is actually gold, the mech is coming in behind. So. What happened that first? Did mine have taken more damage? Or, okay, we got a decent amount in there, but that was a very efficient use of the arrow. Gotta keep spamming shit, sometimes you don't have to wait for something else. This game is actually so good because I do love the real-time aspect of cardio too, that you don't see very often. But I would have liked to have gotten it. You almost don't deserve the triple crown even if you kill the main base. That should be a bonus. That should be a bonus condition reserved only for the if you get actually all three along the way, right? Like if you get one tower, obviously you get the one crown. If you get the main base, you get at least two, right? Because you can't get to it without getting to at least one of them, kind of. But it's a situation where, you know, you shouldn't really get credit for all three unless you actually get all three. I don't know how random this stuff is either, because then by that logic you would say, it's possible I could get something that I did get offered in the other one. But I still haven't lost. That makes me getting a little bit annoyed because I want to just do different stuff. Mess around and try different things, but it's not letting me because I'm just too good. Good problem to have, but it's a little bit odd. It makes maybe some of these people you're playing against feel like bots. I don't think they are, but that's one of my favorite cards is that Goblin Cage because he always earns keep. He always does so much. He sometimes gets like half the tower on his own or something like that. Look at how tedious this is though. Like I hate these kind of mechanics that sort of just try to get you addicted to quicker dopamine, you know, business model kind of shit that we're doing. This is at 500. I guess I could say that as like a checkpoint. Like I don't have to do it something else until I lose, but if I want to do something else, I should be able to take a break. Otherwise, we'll be just playing this forever because I'll never lose again. So again, we could have one of two options there. Either you play until you lose, or you play until you hit like some sort of goal. So we can just treat like 500 as that. And then this guns up thing is kind of interesting because it's a situation where, again, I did that on PC as part of my delisted games gauntlet when I was about to be delisted, probably about a year ago or maybe more than a year ago. And it was actually pretty good, but it's like kind of, again, asynchronous PvP where they're not actually there all the time, most of the time. They're just kind of, they build their base and then you can just freely try to attack it, which is kind of how Clash of Clans works, actually. This shows you the strength of the real-time space, like, you know, that's why Clash Royale is actually better because it's actually real time. Whereas, you know, Clash isn't necessarily. Hang on.